And on behalf of Urban Capital and Rogers, we welcome you here to the official launch of M-City. We have a great presentation. I'm going to keep it brief because I'm relatively sure most of you know much of the material that I'm going to talk about. So we're just talking a bit about Mississauga, a bunch about M-City, and then most importantly, we're going to talk about the sales procedures. And they're going to be different this time. Things will be done electronically. So I really encourage you, when we get to those slides, have your camera ready and pay attention, because there's going to be a lot of information in there that you need to get in order to submit your requests for purchase and to help you sell at M-City. So I'm going to start with a brief video, and I should say that when you learn at the end, you're going to see that there's going to be an app, not an app that you go to the or the Apple Store for. You get a link and you have an app on your phone. When you get that, what you're going to see here will be on your tablet. So, everything you're about to see will actually be available electronically. And I will point out that I've been in this business a long time, and I've never seen anything like this. I was expecting to fill maybe a theater or two, and the amount of interest is unbelievable. Obviously, it's a very good market, and there's a huge amount of interest here. So it's very, very popular, and we're going to do our best to help everyone out. But as you can see, I like to say that M-City is 10 towers, 6,000 units. So your success at M-City isn't just one building. This is going to be multiple years of selling and building. And your success for M-City is going to be across all 10 towers and all of the units being sold. So I'm going to get to the video now, and then we'll go through some facts about Mississauga and then on to the building.
Ted Rogers was a visionary of his time. After founding Rogers Communications, he knew his next success would happen here in downtown Mississauga. Mississauga is Canada's 6th largest city. Businesses are growing. New jobs are being created. The stage is now set for something incredible. M-City, a new groundbreaking condominium community. M-City is in the heart of Mississauga, with its residents at the center of it all. For fashion and entertainment, Square One is at your doorstep. With local grocery stores and farmers markets close by, the area is bustling with restaurants, entertainment, and nightlife. M-City is also central to Mississauga's arts and cultural scene. Celebration Square, the City Center, and Living Arts Center are places residents can enjoy major community events. M-City has over 2 acres of parkland that connect to the John Bud Cleary Park and Korea Park. Sheridan College's Hazel McCallion campus and the U of T's Mississauga campus are close by. Students living at M-City can head to campus or the Central Library within minutes. Getting virtually anywhere is simple, with easy access transit in every direction. M-City's 10-tower community faces Burnhamthorpe Road, one of the city's major thoroughfares. M-City residents can also connect to people in their community with Rogers' leading-edge technology and high-speed internet. Now, the ideal picture for modern and sustainable living. M-City is the future-ready condo community that has it all together. Something Ted Rogers envisioned when he bought the land over 50 years ago.
Okay, so as the video said, we are the 6th largest city here in Mississauga with a population of 766,000, and that's projected to grow up to 875,000 over the next couple of decades. So there's a strong growth happening here in Mississauga. One of the things that we will touch on shortly is the public transit and the great access to public transit that is at your doorstep at M-City. But something that we should never overlook, because I'm pretty sure every one of you drove here today, is the easy access to the highway arteries that get you north, south, east, and west. And as you know, we are all within 10 minutes of the 403, 401, the QEW, and what is not on here is, of course, the 407. So we have all of the major arteries here very, very close, easy access to, not 25 minutes to snake around through subdivisions to get to those arteries. They're pretty much right at your doorstep. Your 15-minute walk to the GO bus station, the Square One bus station. Your 5-minute drive to the Cooksville GO train station to get you into, as we like to say, our suburb to the east, Toronto. And of course, the Mississauga MyWay Transit is a bustling new transit system, which is, of course, right at your doorstep as well. But what is really the big game changer and why M-City, amongst other reasons, is really, really popular is because we have the new LRT project, which is slated to be in service by 2022 with 26 stops and 3 stops within the downtown Mississauga core. So you have this new fantastic LRT system being delivered over the next short while, all again within your walking distance from M-City. Of course, I don't have to tell you, we have Square One across the street, and Square One is one of Ontario's largest and most premier shopping malls, with, as you all know, very high-end, world-recognized brands are all clamoring to be into Square One. But in addition to that, you've got 24 million visitors per year coming to Square One. So if your clients have bought and they're living in their unit and now they think they're going to sell their unit and move to a house or whatever, you got 24 million people per year. That translates into 65,000 people per day coming to this neighborhood. That's 65,000 sets of eyes that can see M-City. So that's a built-in traffic for people that may be looking to resell their units. And if your clients have bought and they're looking to rent their units, again, that's 65,000 sets of eyes every day that come to that beautiful mall and look over and see these iconic buildings that we're going to show you in a minute. Of course, the new theater that you're all sitting in here is in walking distance, so easy to go out and enjoy a movie and just walk to the movie theater and then get back to your home. And then, of course, the new Living Arts Center, 225,000 square foot facility with business and conference and performing arts. It's an absolutely stunning facility. If you haven't been in it, I would encourage you to go in. It is really, really beautiful and a real great amenity that's right here in the city center. Oops. And then, of course, we have Celebration Square, which is sort of the focal point, fireworks, big celebrations on all of the key holidays, and in the wintertime, a community skating rink. In terms of education, for higher education, we have Sheraton College, very big college campus, 21,000 full-time and 17,000 continuing and part-time education programs. So this is a very sought-after college for people to go to. And then, of course, I don't have to remind you that the Toronto University of Toronto Mississauga campus is in Mississauga here as well. And it has, as you can see, 15 academic departments and 47 programs. So it isn't just a small satellite university, it's actually multiple degrees, and it is a huge and important facility for the University of Toronto. So that's Mississauga, which you're all familiar with, and now we'll drill down into M-City itself. And as I said before, it's going to be the home to 10 towers and approximately 6,000 units being delivered in it. You can see over here, this is of course our first building, and then as we go forward, we will be building out further buildings. We are hopeful, I should say, Given the amount of interest that we've experienced with M-City, we are working diligently on the second building. So I would be patient and understand that we're working diligently on this so that we hope to have some good news for that in the very near future as well. Rather than the information on the left, what I really wanted to touch on with this slide is there is a huge retail component to M-City at grade, at street level. And this is a view looking at the retail and then looking up into the podium. And the podium, in a minute, I'm going to show you what's on the podium rooftop, which is phenomenal amenity space. And then you can sort of see, looking up to the tower, the beginning of the amazing architectural undulation that this tower has that I'm going to touch on in a minute. If you saw in the video, there's a 2-acre park being delivered as part of this, and it's right in the heart of M-City. So this is an image of people enjoying the park during the summer, looking back to the first tower, as you can see on the right, with its podium, and then the beginning of that amazing twist in the tower, which I'm going to, again, speak to in a second. Here you go again, phenomenal architecture. Let me just go back here. It's worth talking about this. So one of the things that you're going to see when you get your when you look at the floor plans, we've been able to achieve this twist and this incredible design in the building without sacrificing units. So there are really very few compromised units in the building. What you often end up happening, what often happens on really cool architecture like this is the outside looks great, but the units are compromised to make way for that. In this case, what you'll find is actually, it's a square floor plate or a rectangular floor plate that twists 7 times and then twists back 7 times. And it just keeps going and doing that. What that achieves is that beautiful look, but square units. So we have square, efficient units in a really cool architectural building. What it also creates is multiple unit types. So your clients and yourself are going to have to learn a lot of unit types for this building, because as you do it, some units shrink in size and some gain in size. So we have great interior amenity space, and it is all designed by Ciccone Simone, which is one of Toronto's premier interior design firms. Very sought after company, and they've brought them out here to Mississauga, and they've designed phenomenal space. This is an example of the great front entrance. It's a 2-story lobby. Guys, lobbies are so important. They often get overlooked, but they're your first impression when you walk into a building. If your purchasers have friends coming, their first impression is the lobby. If they're reselling their unit down the road, their first impression is the lobby. If you've got people that are renting, the people coming in to look at the unit, it's that lobby, and first impressions are so important. And so they've gone out of the way here to create this wonderful, very high ceiling space to welcome people into the building. So I talked about the podium and the exciting amenities on the podium. So this is a sort of overview of it. Very resort feeling amenity space on top of the podium roof. You'll see, and we'll drill down a bit further, very open space, an area for barbecuing and enjoying, pool off to the right, a splash pad and covered trellis area all over in the middle of the rendering. This is an example, or this shows the pool. So this is a beautiful pool, outdoor pool for the summer. And we also have this great kid-friendly splash pad for kids and I guess adults as well to enjoy coming out in the summer and let the kids run around and get a little fresh water on them and run around on that great rooftop patio. We're really excited about this. So we believe this is one of the first buildings in the GTA, certainly in Mississauga, to offer for the winter a place to go and have an outdoor skating rink in the winter. Very, very unique, and it gets people out and enjoying and meeting your neighbors and having a beautiful skate while overlooking the beautiful skyline and, of course, the beautiful building that is the first tower at M-City. Interior design, again, through Ciccone Simone. This is an example of one of the units, and this gives you a better example of the interior, the kitchen, which is designed by Ciccone Simone. So beautiful, beautiful kitchen, beautiful bathrooms, fantastic material, very efficient and usable kitchens. I'm going to touch on the Rogers. We have a very special Rogers package that's going to come with your with the purchase of your unit. I'm going to touch on that in just a second as we go through into the procedures, sales and procedures. But before I go into that, I mentioned before, the two developers involved here is Rogers Real Estate Development Limited, okay? And as you heard, this property's been in the Rogers family since 1960, and they've now decided to bring a jewel to Mississauga City Centre, and they partnered with Urban Capital. Urban Capital, as you probably all know, is one of Canada's leading developers with properties here in Toronto that have successfully closed, and they've been in business doing this since 1996. So this is the most important thing, guys. We're going to get into the sales procedures, and I encourage you, A, to take pictures, and B, to really listen up so I can help you out with this. So this is for your clients, and you can see we've reduced the assignment fee to $500. We have a capped development charge, $6,000 for suites smaller than 2 bedrooms, and we have $8,000 for 2 bedrooms and larger. The deposit translates into 10% in the first year, which is 5% within 30 days, 5% in 180, and then 5% in 370, and then the final 5% in 540. And you can see, I talked about the Rogers package, so you can see what we're delivering, a very exciting package with Rogers for this, including the smart home monitoring and the Rogers Ignite Gigabyte Internet. Now for you, and I notice you're all taking pictures of this, is 4% commission, and the terms are very, very good. 4%, and it's 1% when the 5% deposit's cleared, and then 1% when the 15% is cleared, and then 2% on closing. Oops. Have him removed. Okay, so now, this is really important, guys. This is how you're going to submit your requests to purchase. And it is not done by copying and sending in paper copies of worksheets. We have a request to purchase online, and we're going to get a little further into the details about this, and there's a slide on here that's just nothing but how to submit and how to get this onto your phone. This is not an app that you get at Apple Store. You'll go to the link that we're showing you, and you can download it onto your phone, onto a tablet, and you can download it onto a computer. We're going to start accepting offers at 5 p.m. today. Please understand, offers are not on a first come, first served basis. There's no need to panic and rush out of here and rush to get your worksheets in and your offers in, okay? We take the offers and we take them and we look and see. You'll see when you fill your request for purchase, there's 5 choices. We need you to fill all 5 choices out, and they should be unique choices. Unique choices isn't, okay, I want a 1-bedroom and den any floor. That's one choice. Unique choices is a 1-bedroom or a 1-bedroom and a den, or a 2-bedroom or a studio or whatever. Okay, those are unique choices, okay? So we have to sell the building evenly, and we have to sell all the floors. So we take all the worksheets and we look at what all of the offers are, and like a jigsaw puzzle, we then take the worksheets and the offers and we patch them in so that we can sell the building evenly. And we can only do that if you guys provide multiple choices that are unique. So I encourage you to look at all the floor plans, examine all the floor plans, and make sure that your clients are filling out 5 unique choices. There is a YouTube instructional video, and again, I'll have that on another slide. Obviously, you can see the information about filling out your request to purchase. If they're not complete, they're not accepted, you are